A few things before this episode starts. First off, we have a lot of guests on today, and as such, the audio quality is not the best. I have done my best to improve the quality, but I can only do so much. Second, this is a very heated episode, and the opinions stated here are of each individual, not of I Hate That Shit as a whole. With all that out of the way, enjoy Political Shit Show, Part 1.
And so do people's thinking.
The polls?
Okay, have you read Project? Let's go.
And welcome back.
Yes.
Sorry.
Welcome back.
Because I got
To
a lot
an
of shit
already-
to
We already
say.
rolling or what?
I got a lot of shit to say.
The
I
polls.
was trying to
Have you seen
find
the
a
latest
little
polls?
spot.
Yes, I have. Okay, go
Hold on,
ahead.
hold on.
Hold
Welcome
on.
back to I Hate That Shit.
We're
podcast
rolling.
about hating shit and loving life. We're here with Bonnie, Rocco, Cynthia, Taylor.
As you can tell, we're already having a heated discussion because we are going to talk about politics shit show number 2. Last time, I think it was just me, you, and Cynthia that did that.
Something like that, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
So you have somebody
But
else's perspective
now we have
this
a
time.
few more perspectives in here.
Yes, which is good.
And
even Taylor's.
We can
He's
get back to
young.
the polls. Let's go for it.
I didn't mean polls. First of all, I didn't mean polls. And first of all, hey everybody, I didn't get to say hi to you guys because Taylor has me already fucking heated up, man. He really does. But anyway, hi you guys. I hope this finds you well. I hope you guys are enjoying your summer. We're excited to do this podcast. I am. I'm glad that all my close friends are here doing this with me. It'll be a good topic. So listen up. There you go. All right, Liz, back to your ass.
Oh, I think I did enough on my part. Y'all
Okay.
can get back
All right.
into your
Okay.
conversation.
We're gonna talk about the politics. I have 5 topics that I want to talk about today. The first one is Trump and prison, since he is a convicted felon. It's just a fact. I don't care if people believe that or not because it bears out. So Congress, we're gonna talk about the corruption in Congress for sure. Why? Just this question to pose to people: why are Congress people allowed to trade stocks?
Oh, that's a great question.
Isn't it? Why? Why are they allowed to?
I saw somewhere you can find what stocks they own, and then just go buy the stocks too. And like somebody
Good idea.
somebody did that. They went and found like what some of the people in Congress were buying and selling, and they were going and selling and buying just like them. And they were like, I was making so much money.
That's because it's basically insider trading for our Congress.
I'd
That's
imagine
what
you're
it
talking
is.
about Nancy.
I'm talking about
Pelosi
all
at
of
this
them.
point.
It doesn't matter.
She's included.
She's
one of many.
one of many.
They all have their own interests.
You know what? The Democrats are just as bad as the fucking Republicans,
Yeah, and
especially
that's-
in corruption.
Yeah.
So I'll just set that out there. But if we're talking about the executive level, there's no way I will disagree. I will disagree with anyone that wants to go up against me with Trump. I will do this debate with you easily. But anyway,
Do we
those are-
still need the 3 of us?
Shut up.
Can we just?
I'm here for it.
Okay. And we might, if we get a chance, we'll talk about President Biden too, because we know he's so old, but he hasn't done a fucking thing, right? Like, I'll break it down and tell you what he has done for people like me, my children, all of that. I will break that down.
I'm excited
My
to hear
mom-
that because
okay.
he hasn't
What about
done anything for
No
me.
prescription drug prices? None of your family's has diabetes or nothing?
No.
Well, my family does. My sister is paying over $500 a month for her insulin. Now she gets paid $35. Thank you, Joe Biden. That kind of stuff. Because people really think that because it doesn't affect them directly, that it doesn't fucking matter. It's like student loan. People are working 24 hours a day to pay their bills. I mean, rent keeps going up. Corporations are doing this, and then people get their student loans forgiven. And my God, it's a travesty. But
So
Trump,
you're blaming corporations
but
on
Trump can give a
inflation?
$1.9 trillion tax cut to his wealthy benefactors, and the poor people are still paying for it. And we still have 2 more years of that.
How many of you owed on your taxes this year?
Everybody.
Thanks, Trump. That was Trump.
That was Trump.
That wasn't Biden.
Nope.
Just because Biden is currently in office, we're paying for that tax cut that Trump gave, and we're going to be paying for it for the next 2 years. So
Agreed.
if you are a millionaire, a billionaire.
Of course you want Trump.
Of course you want Trump.
Of course.
You want Trump in there. He's not going to
Yeah.
make you pay taxes.
Exactly.
You know, the largest tax ever, inflation is the largest tax to the poor people in this nation right now. And that's
What is
skyrocketed
it at?
under
What's
Joe
the,
Biden.
What's the percentage rate?
This last month, it was 1%, which is fantastic. But when Biden
What?
took office, it was 1%. A year later, it was 9%.
And why was that?
Because he pumped trillions of dollars into the economy. He passed an
Trump
incredibly
did
large
those stimulus plans. That was Trump.
That was
Biden-
Trump's stimulus
That was
plan.
Trump.
I
That
agree.
wasn't
I
Biden.
agree with you
Okay.
100%. He had some part of it, yes, but Biden, right when he got into office, passed an incredibly multi-trillion
What,
dollar
the infrastructure plan?
infrastructure plan, which pumped
It was
money.
bipartisan, was it not? It was both sides of Congress passed that.
Is that right before that bridge
Yes.
collapsed?
Thank God we had that. But you know what I'm saying. Okay, anyway, let Tay finish his points.
Inflation, I'm just telling you, is the largest tax we have, and I think all of us, maybe not all of us, but I know for me, I'm way worse off, like financially, than I was 4 years ago. And I can tell whenever I go out, like wherever it is, everything just costs more. Gas costs more.
Yes,
Groceries
yes.
cost more. Who does that hurt though?
It hurts.
It hurts me,
everybody.
but not as much as the poor people.
It hurts everybody.
Exactly.
When it's greedflation and not inflation, there's no way you can
What do you
tell
mean
me. I'll
greedflation?
tell you what I mean by that.
Uh-huh.
You cannot tell me that after the supply chains got fixed, which they did. Now you're saying you did better off 4 years ago. That was the height of COVID. So you're telling me you did better then than now?
Before that hit, of course. Before
was 4 years
COVID,
ago.
before the virus hit, absolutely.
So we're better off in 2020.
19,
2019.
2018. Sure, I was.
was too.
I don't know who was not better off than now.
I'm still doing good. That's all I can say. What do you say, babe?
We're doing all right.
Go ahead, say
Keeping
something.
our head above waters.
Yeah, for a while. But anyway, I understand what your point is, and I understand that you say that because of also the business that you do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we can even go with politics right there with the housing. I mean, let's talk about housing for a while. I mean, you do real estate.
Mm-hmm.
Where after COVID hit and people were staying home, businesses after a year decided, oh well, fuck these people. No one was back on their feet yet. No one. So all of a sudden, your rent goes from $1,100 to $2,500. Who do we blame that on? Biden?
No.
So why do people see that as his fault? And the prices at the supply chain's working, but prices at the grocery store are astronomical. It's me and Rocco, and we're still spending way more than I did a couple of years ago. And it's because people are not being informed enough by their government or just their own information to see that if you look at profits of these corporations and billionaires, they're billions of dollars. Why? Why? Why are they billions of dollars? It's not inflation. It's because they saw an opportunity and decided to raise prices on all of us, and it hurts all of us.
All I'm saying is that for me, it doesn't appear like they've got our backs at all. The government, I'm saying overall.
Oh no. They got
I
all
mean,
that interest
I
in it.
mean, on
That-
both
that
both
doesn't- yeah.
Agree.
ends of it,
Of course.
with what's
That doesn't
happening
matter
right now
who's in
when they're
office. Our
pumping
government's too corrupt.
when they're pumping billions of dollars into Ukraine and international nations, where we could just use that here. I mean, we have a huge issue here between homeless people, addicts, you name it. We have more issues now than we've ever had in the history of America.
Okay. You want me to
And
break
where's
that
the
down for you?
where's the money going though?
Let me
Where's
break
the
that down
fucking
for
money
you.
going?
You're sitting here saying that we're putting too much money in Ukraine. Okay, what about World War I, World War II, the Korean War, the Vietnam War? No one fucking complained about that money. It's because people choose to fearmonger and say, oh, we don't have any money. Oh, God, why are we helping Ukraine? We helped all those other motherfucking countries. No one had an issue.
But is that our
No one had
responsibility?
it. You tell those people from World War II
It's
if it was.
100% our
It sure is.
responsibility. If
To
we
keep
want to be like a
democracy.
powerhouse and make that standpoint and that bragging point of we have the biggest, best military and we're the best country and we're bigger and better than everybody, then it kind of is our responsibility to help the
Less
little
than,
ones that
yes,
are on our side.
I agree.
Because at some
they're all
point,
allies.
we're going to need
They are
help
allies.
as well. Because if all the ones that hate us come after us
Who do we
and
have?
we've turned our back on everybody,
Then what?
I see your point.
like
That's the thing.
we have we have some responsibility for it. Now, are we fully responsible to completely protect
No.
every single person in every way, shape, or form?
No.
No.
Yeah.
That's why
But
don't
we
put
do
boots on
have
the
it.
ground.
Like,
Right.
yeah.
We
No
do
boots
have
on the
it to
ground.
add to just to be able to help, because at some point we might need that help.
I agree
Yeah,
with
we're
that.
trying to
So
secure our own democracy.
Yeah.
Because if democracy is threatened other places, guess what?
It comes here.
It keeps growing like a cancer.
That's why we
You know,
stopped.
where's
World
where's
War II.
Putin gonna stop after
Right.
Ukraine?
Right.
What was the place you took before
Well,
that?
doesn't he want the whole
he wants-
USSR back?
Yes.
Like he wants to
I think that's his
all
goal.
of it.
regather the
That's his
Soviet
goal.
Union.
Yeah.
he's just
and if he
taking
were
a
to do
little bit
that,
at a time. A little bit
and
at
we
a
have
time, so
nobody
no one
with
says
us,
nothing.
suddenly we're not the biggest.
I mean, I understand.
Especially
I
'cause they got
understand
China,
Taylor's
too.
point, though.
So-
You know about
We would
not
be
giving
an
money,
ant under
but
a
come
boot.
on, right?
Yeah.
You have to.
Would you rather give boots on the ground?
Yeah, than
Of
money.
course not, but I'd rather also be able to spend some money on America too.
Why can't we
Right-
do both?
Like
Why
infrastructure.
can't we do both? Is
We
the
should
question.
do both.
You
Is
should
that
ask your
is that
Congress
is
that.
that happening now?
No, are you
course not.
serious?
Not
It's
even
not
not
gonna
even
happen.
close.
It's
They
not gonna
they
happen.
want us all to be poor.
They want. Well,
So
first
they
of
can
all,
so we
So they
can
can control us.
so
Yep.
they can control us.
That's-
and we're
that's a
aligned with
given.
that 100%.
we are.
yeah.
Me and Cynthia talk about this shit all the time because it's unbelievable how people can sit there and say, "Oh, why are we giving all of our money to Ukraine, but we're not helping anyone at home?" Then tell the Republicans how come they took Louisiana just passed that IVF law or whatever the fuck they just did, and now, but they didn't take the $12 million from the government for lunch for after school programs. You talk about feeding the poor and no one's helping the poor. Our government chooses not to help.
I agree.
Yes.
That's the bottom line. So with you sitting there saying, why are we giving all our money to Ukraine when we can do both? We pay taxes on
What's
every
the solution
fucking thing.
then, do you think?
Get the corrupt motherfuckers out of Congress.
Yeah.
That's it.
Which
And
starts
that
with
means-
what? Term limits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Term limits, 100%.
100% term limits. And we can say, you're not working for us, you're fired.
Yeah.
Right now, we don't have that
No,
option.
we don't.
They're not even working for us, they're working for them. And as we
Themselves.
just discussed, they make
corporations.
millions of dollars,
Yeah.
and corporations, 100%. The lobbyists in this country are absolutely huge.
Out of
So,
control.
how do you resolve it? I don't know the answer to it, but I think you have to have more than two political parties, for one. Two major political parties. You can't just have two.
Well,
Because
you also
then
I
have
you
agree
go to the
with
ballot
that,
box and you
but-
literally have two options. And if you don't like
Either
this
or.
guy, you're going to vote for this guy. And if you don't like that guy, then you're going to vote for that guy. And it becomes more personal than it does about the policies.
I agree with that. It is very emotional.
And we should vote on the policies,
I
not
agree with that.
that guy's a fucking asshole or that guy does that. Like, we all have flaws, but you got to vote on the policies that will work for all of us. And to be honest with you,
That
right
doesn't
now,
happen.
no policies that I know of is helping any of us out. Besides maybe your one example, which is great. That's
There's
awesome.
more
But I'm
than
saying,
that, though.
what else is going on that's helping us? I can't name one policy right now that's helping me out where I'm like, this feels good.
See, that's
Everything
the
fe-
problem. You're
every-
talking about emotion. You're going
No,
by.
I'm-
You just said
no,
that.
no,
Did he not just say
I'm
that?
talking about feeling my life has gotten worse financially over 4 years, and I've got proof of that.
And
I've
that's
got
Biden's
numbers.
fault. It's not Congress, since
I'm
they're the
not-
ones that pass the laws.
It can
Congress passes the laws.
be. It can be anybody's.
No.
Like, yes, it can.
The way that our United States is set up, we have three branches:
Yeah, for
judicial,
sure.
executive, and legislative. Legislative branch, which they're called the lawmakers, they're the only ones that can make law. Biden can't do shit about that. All he can do is try to mitigate what he feels that he needs to do by executive order.
So then why did he wait so long? On the
It's
border.
called
Why did he wait wait, let me finish.
Go ahead.
Why did he wait 3.5 years to say, I'm putting my foot down and I'm going to close the border now? He could have done that in 2021. Yet he let 30 million illegal immigrants
I got a good answer for this one.
cross the border. By the way, now they're coming from the Middle East. They're coming from Egypt. They're coming from these places where there's known terrorism. We arrested 8.
We have domestic terrorists right here in America.
We arrested eight guys last week in Boston that were connected to ISIS. What are we doing?
That's all.
Can I just say
How,
before
wait, no, wait.
It is.
How is that rhetoric?
I will tell you why.
before
they
you go
arrested
off,
8.
before you go
I
off,
will tell you why. Go
give
ahead.
me in fairness,
Sure.
when Republicans had the presidency and
House.
Congress, they could have fucking done that too. But they did
Trump did do
nothing.
that.
No, he didn't.
No.
He had 100 policies.
He signed
you
law.
guys.
He saw law.
He had the
signed
Remain
law.
in Mexico policy.
Did he sign law?
No.
No, he didn't sign law. But
So what is your point?
But he stepped up and he made executive action to help at the
But
border.
Republicans
Biden
could have
waited
done it
3.5
under
years.
Biden too, though.
Sure, they could have.
And
I
they-
But
agree with
and
they
you.
rejected
intentionally
it.
don't.
And they
Fine.
rejected.
I agree with you 100%.
They
Right.
rejected the
I agree.
one he brought forth in January because Trump told them not to do it. That's just the facts. And it was bipartisan by one of the most conservative members, Langford, in the Senate, who came up with this bipartisan bill. Everyone signed it, and then Trump said, "Oh no, don't get rid of that."
It's still allowed for 10,000 illegal immigrants to cross the border
Honey,
daily. What?
Immigration never used to be a problem. Who's picking the fucking fruit? I don't see no white man up on top of the roof doing roofs.
I agree.
I don't see no white people picking fruit and cotton. So what? So who's gonna do that?
But when it
The
cro-
illegals,
I
the
agree.
aliens, or whatever you want to call them.
I agree. But when it crosses the line,
Which is
when you're arresting proven terrorists in our country is when it crosses the line, when our security is jeopardized.
that.
How does that not cross the line?
We have domestic terrorists here in America now who are American citizens. So for
I'm
you
talking
to say,
about people
I
that
don't
would
care
do
where they're
something
from.
like 9/11
I don't care.
again. That's
Do
what I'm
you know
talking
who
about.
did the one in Oklahoma? Timothy McVeigh was a white man who blew up that building. So those points that you're trying to tell me, they don't work. Because we have domestic terrorists right here in America. So for you to say, oh, well, they arrested people in Egypt or this or that, or that are from Egypt that are known terrorists. How many people are in fucking DC jail now that are known terrorists who are white?
You're right.
Now you tell me, if that would have been black people on January 6th, do you think they would have been shot?
Yes. That's not even, you don't even have to question that.
Yeah.
I'm
It
not
would
even
have been
wondering
a whole
what
different
they-
way.
So I see things a whole different way
That
than you
was
do.
terrorism.
Honey. It
June-
was
June-
It was
January 6th was terrorism.
domestic
Domestic
The
terrorism.
Democrats knew that it was going to happen. Though.
That doesn't make it right.
No,
It
there's
doesn't matter.
there's yes, it does matter. There's evidence that they knew it was going to happen.
I'd like to see that.
Nancy
evidence.
Pelosi was asked to bring in support.
That's not her job.
It was her job.
It is
at
not
the
her
time.
job to call in the National Guard.
She wanted,
Nope.
She wanted the
Nope.
optics of a quote
Nope.
storm on the Capitol to take down Donald.
Did you get
and
that from Fox?
His party. You can look it up. But let me just like 1 second. Let me go back. Name one other nation in the world that allows 10 million immigrants into their nation without first asking who they are. Where'd you come from? Why are you here? Name one other country. That's all that I'm asking in the entire world who would do that.
I can't think of
No,
any.
Nobody.
Well, we
'Cause the
got
answer is
people
zero.
coming in.
Because we've been a nation of immigrants our whole entire existence.
Yeah.
That's
People
why.
want to immigrate to Europe as, I mean, also.
To get
there-
citizenship, you have to be vetted.
You do.
Unless
Here.
if you sneak in, that's one thing. But if you want citizenship, you get vetted.
Yes,
They
you
check
do.
you out, and
They're not going
to
to
the
vote.
best of the ability.
They tell you to
Some
come
of
back
these
in
people
6
who come
years,
from-
yeah.
from
That's-
nothing, who
that's
have
all
no
Congress.
no background.
That's all Congress with the way they've made the laws.
My only
That's
point
them.
is this. why is it normal for us to say, come on into our nation, we're not going to even ask who you are, when no other nation in the world does that?
It's not that simple.
It's
And
printed
it's
on
not-
our
How is it
statute of
not that
liberty.
simple?
It's not
It-
that simple.
It
That's-
seems like it's really easy to
That's-
me.
Do you know what it takes to get into this country
Okay,
right now?
my dad and my brother
Sure.
are from a different country.
Right.
Rocco's family too.
They
Yeah.
couldn't just they didn't just come over and be like, hey, okay, I live here
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
They had to go through their naturalization.
Everyone
That's the way
does
they
that.
did it. They got naturalized.
They did it the correct way.
Yeah, my dad was.
Oh, 100%. No, I'm
That was a
So
Wh-
I'm saying,
which I
like,
support
World
though.
War
I support that. 100% I support that. Yeah. Everyone should do it the correct way. But what's happening now, that's not happening like that.
No, it's not.
They're not
And,
they're
you
not
can
they're
only
not
blame
doing it the
Congress
correct
on
way.
that.
So the
Yeah,
people that are
That's Congress.
the people that are lined up and have been waiting for years to get are now being kicked to the back of the line. And it's wrong.
Then you blame Congress for that. They're the ones that pass laws. And people can sit
That's
there,
fine.
and then they sit there like, well, Biden actually did something, and now when he agrees with them, they say no. When he does something on his own, that's a crime. So you can't win for losing with the way these Republicans in Congress are right now. And because they don't like certain things, they want to impeach everybody. Impeachment used to be a very big deal to do.
Who wants to
They impeached
everybody.
the
the
Homeland
Democrats
Security.
against Donald Trump, you're saying?
No,
Because that
that
happened
already
twice.
happened.
Right, that happened twice.
Because
yeah.
there was crimes there. But anyway, we can
But he
talk
didn't
about that
get
another
indicted
time.
for it, so
He did not get
sounds like a
indicted for
waste
that.
of energy to me.
He didn't get in. If you're talking about what happened in New York, it wasn't about him being impeached. It was
No,
about
while he was
No,
in
falsification
office.
of
talking
records.
about
While
the
he was in
actual,
office,
like-
he got impeached twice.
Yeah, and
By the Democratic Party.
yes, and your point. What the
double
Republicans did?
standard.
Oh bullshit! The Republicans didn't do that to Bill Clinton over a blow fucking job. Come on, man.
Yes,
Get
that's
your
true.
facts straight.
Of course they did.
So what are you saying? So what are you saying that it's only because Trump was in office is the only reason they did that? Because
I'm
there couldn't be
saying-
no political reason why they did that. There couldn't be no crime that he committed, right? Is that what you're saying? Because it was just a
You
witch hunt.
just said that now all the Republicans want to do is go
And
impeach people. And
it's
I just
true.
turned that back and you said, well, look
No,
what happened when
I know.
Donald Trump was in office. The exact same thing
No,
happened from
I'm
the
not,
left. So,
honey.
what-
No,
what-
no, no, no.
Why is
No,
this?
no, no.
She's saying there was a legitimate reason
Right.
for
Trump.
to be.
You can't tell me a blowjob is a legitimate reason. Or because you don't like the Homeland Security policies on the border, you're going to impeach them? That's what those people, the
Yeah,
MAGA
saying-
people in there, you don't like what they say, you go against them, all of a sudden everyone needs to be arrested, thrown in jail, fired, impeached, whatever the
I
fuck
agree
it
with you
is.
100%.
I'm sick of them.
And that's why,
Sick of it.
okay.
I hate that shit.
I hate that shit.
So use that same logic
Okay.
on what just happened with Donald and his 93 counts of
It went down to 88.
whatever it was. But you use your same logic on that. Why
I
are we
can.
going after somebody for what is honestly, it's a misdemeanor violation
Yeah, obviously
in any
not.
other, it is.
A jury
It
found
abs-
him guilty as a
Of
felony.
falsifying business records?
And that's not the only thing he did.
Yeah, that's
This-
the only thing he's been tried for so far.
That-
There's more shit
No.
coming down the pipe
Those-
that he's done that he's gonna have to answer for.
This has never happened though before.
What about him
a si-
holding
Just-
Ukraine?
but
trying to
he's
get,
not a fucking
dirt
sitting
on
president.
Biden's son from Ukraine.
Yeah.
I just mean that this goes both ways.
It does
and
go
the
both
way that
ways.
you're talking
They're
about
all
it
corrupt.
is okay.
You know what? I have a
And
very
none of them
bad
are working for us, and
disdain
that's
for
what the
Trump.
problem is. They're all fucking too
Me and
busy
Cyn-
fighting each other.
Exactly.
And not worrying about the rest of us who are just
Exactly.
sitting here in the aftermath.
Me and Cynthia were talking just today because we
Yeah.
were talking about what we were going to do today. And we were talking the reason why and I know Cynthia feels this way too, and I'm sure Rocco does too. The reason why I'm so against Donald Trump is what he has wrought on this country. And there ain't nobody, I'm 60 fucking years old. I've seen a lot of shit. I've lived all over the world. I'm going to tell you why. You can't say, he's made it okay for racists to come out and say nigger and treat black people like shit. Don't say that's not true, but then again, you wouldn't know that because you're a tall white male. So you don't know that,
Okay.
Cis.
right?
So
Yes, he's a
has
cis.
has that happened to you
Plenty of fucking times, honey.
since he got into office. I mean,
Oh, I
8 years ago.
haven't gotten jobs because of the color of my skin.
But how do you
Honey,
know
because
that?
a black person knows. If you know, you know. And it's that simple.
See,
can-
listen,
see
I'm not questioning that, but is there evidence that you didn't get hired?
What
because of the
evidence?
color
My
of your skin?
feelings?
I'm just
I'm
asking,
just-
like, because
okay.
I've never experienced
Of course
that,
you
right?
haven't.
But to me, it's like if there's no actual evidence of that, maybe it's just a feeling.
In
I'm
fairness,
just throwing it
Bonnie,
out
he
there.
is
I'm trying to understand.
trying to understand.
I'm just trying to understand.
He's admitting that he doesn't know, and that's taking the first step.
But that's
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
but we're not
I
even
got your
going
back,
into
but-
that. We're just saying that Trump made it okay.
Yeah, tell them what you said today.
And I don't remember exactly how I
We were
worded it
stoned.
earlier. But I just, yes, everyone was already disgusting. People who already hated were already haters. That's absolutely true. But Trump made them feel safe enough to come forward as the true piece of shit that they are.
Yes, agreed.
And he just perpetuates hate.
Yes, he
He
does.
basically backed him.
So
Yeah.
you can't. I don't give a fuck about his fucking policy.
Me either.
He's a piece of shit.
He is a piece
human
of shit.
being.
Yes.
So what's happening now
Yes.
is that people
I
in
get a
colleges
different
they're
Republican.
Yeah.
chanting death to Israel, right? Would you not call that hate as well? They're advocating for the entire wipeout of a nation, and yet you guys won't admit that that's also hate.
That is hate.
Yeah, of course it's
Hey,
hate. I don't
well,
have.
okay.
I'm not for
I never
Israel,
said it was.
Israel or
So
Hamas.
so what's the
They're
double
both
standard?
Israel. No,
So-
it's not a double standard, and
But-
this
so
is the reason why.
I can say that Biden's giving them the platform, and the left is giving them the platform to come out and say death to Israel because they're doing.
Are you fucking kidding me? What about hang motherfucking Mike Pence?
they're
You
doing nothing
can't
about
do
it.
that, dude. You went from us talking about what we were talking about to Trump to Israel and Hamas. Israel and Hamas, they both deserve to live in peace. I don't care if pro-Israel, pro-Hamas. Who the fuck cares?
Get along.
People want to just have hate and division in this world. Who cares? I don't care about Israel. I don't care about Hamas. But if it comes to my front door, then yes, I'll have a problem with it. You can't, just because there's outliers on both sides saying that shit, it doesn't mean the majority of the people believe that.
I agree with you 100%.
So that's why-
But you can't give a metric to one party and say
I'm not
They're-
giving it to
No.
one party. I'm giving it to
To
one
Trump.
person.
to one person.
One
And,
person.
and you think
Republicans, give
you
me
think-
someone else.
Yes.
And you think he has that much power?
No, he's a puppet head.
He's literally
Trump has that much power, you think?
No, he's a goddamn idiot.
It's not about power.
It's
Right.
but he knows the right people.
Yep.
He's got his hands in certain people's pockets.
Yep. Yes.
That hits him.
yes.
Go
I
ahead.
agree.
MAGA itself
It
is
is
not
MAGA.
Republican.
Nope.
It has become its own thing.
Yep.
And that's what I don't like.
For sure.
I
it has.
agree.
Like, Republicans, please get your shit together.
Detach yourself.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. He's taking
Like, take back your
Republicans
party.
Yeah.
to a different
That's what
you need
level.
to do.
It's
Yes.
not even Republican anymore.
No, it's not.
beyond.
It
And they
is.
even within their own party
Yes.
have separated.
Yep. Exactly.
So that needs to get fucking
One
figured
man.
out.
One man. Just Trump. Trump has brought destruction on this country since he fucking came down that fucking escalator. Period.
And
End of story.
I mean, you're right. I know he doesn't have that much power,
No.
but it's just and people.
I
are
think it's
fucking
more the
stupid.
influence that
Yes.
It
people
is. It's an influence.
idolized
See,
him
but-
until he became president, and then it just put it on another level. Do you know what I mean? They were always
sure.
like, "Oh,
Con
he's
man.
the rich guy. He's the rich guy. We all want to be rich like him.
He's
We
the
want to be,"
apprentice.
without even wondering how he got the
Fine.
money.
Yeah.
Then he became president and just
Try to hide
skyrocketed too.
Try to hide
And
all his crimes.
yes, he did make it. And I'm from a very staunchly red state, very Trump heavy state,
South
What's the
Carolina.
example? South
South Carolina.
Nice.
I promise you, Donald Trump will win that state.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw firsthand, because I was there, that the people, what they're saying about him making it okay for them to outwardly say the things. We don't let there's some things we
Intelligent
keep in our
people
head,
say.
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
There's some things we know you
have
don't
a
say that
barrier.
out loud.
That's true.
They felt safe saying it out loud.
Yep. Because of Trump.
In very, very hateful things. And that I knew these people before Trump, they would have never said that. I never would have pegged them for being that hateful of a person until he came out, and they're suddenly like, and you're like, wow.
Like dominoes. Once
Are
they
you
start
fucking
falling.
serious? But I will also say that yes, the left does spew a lot of hate. There are a lot of extreme leftists
on any side
that
is
do.
gonna be shitty.
But it could be, and I feel like it's that Trump gave the extreme right the power to say it, or they felt like they had
To
the power
act
to
on
say
it.
it.
Sure.
That the left, the extreme left, felt like now they can respond. So it's kind of a tit for tat, like you said, like a domino effect.
Yeah.
Like, is Donald Trump the bad guy about it? Not necessarily, but does not. I'm saying this. I'm saying, but he does give them the power, the feeling that they can do what they want to do and say what they want to do, and it doesn't matter about anybody else.
No facts either.
And then it goes through to the other side, and then it's just a big shit show.
It is a big shit show, and that's what we're dealing with right now. And the only way to do it is to, if people this is
And
just
there is, I mean, in fairness, there is that like, you can pinpoint where it all started.
I agree. By saying that Mexicans were rapists and thieves and they're not sinning their best.
Well,
You
I
can
was
bang
just
it
gonna
right
say
there.
2016, but
That's his first announcement, calling people rapists, thieves, and saying that, you know what, Donald Trump, and I'll tell this for all you fuckers out there that like Donald Trump, that if you're okay with some man saying it's okay to belittle your fellow man, and for Trump himself to come out here and say America's carnage, and he only talks that America's so fucking hellscape. That ain't fucking true. That is not. There are so many people when he said that have come out. The sportscaster, he's like, I don't know what America Donald Trump is talking about, because that's not the America I live in. It's not the America I live in either. You have to deal with your certain racist people. But me being who I am, I don't think they want to get up and come up next to my ass. Because first I'll kick their ass and then I'll go get Cynthia.
then they'll really
And
get
I'm
their
scared of-
asses kicked.
And I'm scared of both of you.
Alright, this seems like a good place for a break. I told you it would be a spicy episode. Why not take a quick break? Get a drink, go for a walk, call someone you love. Don't let anger and rage overtake you. Part 2 will be out shortly. In the meantime, don't let shit get you down. We are all in this shit together. Peace.